This is Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos. This is Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos.
We are glad to have you join us on the news at noon on Lagos Television. I am Aminat Elegushi. The federal government has announced a donation of 500 million naira for the welfare of veterans and families of fallen heroes. The amendment came after President Bola Tinubu launched the Emblem Appeal Fund for the 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. The symbolic event to honor the nation's departed heroes and veterans was held in the council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. President Tinubu thanked the armed forces for their role as the first line of defense in protecting the country, while also commending them for the recent successes recorded in fighting all threats to national peace and security. President Tinubu insists that it will be impossible to promote peace and development without security, and therefore commended the patriotic commitment of the armed forces.
If we have no security, you cannot promote peace and development. I'm grateful to all of you on behalf of the country. Yes, the challenges are still there, but you are the first line of defense for this country. Thank you for your patriotic commitment to Nigerian unity, stability, and progress. Today to remember our fallen heroes who had sacrificed their lives, men and women, for the unity, stability, and progress of this country. We are committed to their values, their principle, their belief, and the unity and stability of this country as we pass on to the next generation a banner without stain. To you all, we have to continue to strive to eliminate conflict in our country, to eliminate terrorism, banditry, and make priority the stability of this country.
Fabio also announced a donation of 200 million naira on behalf of the National Assembly, while the Chief of Defense Staff announced a donation of 50 million naira on behalf of all service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police. The federal government says the presidential initiative for the sales of crude and refined petroleum products in Naira will help create more employment by promoting local investment. Chairman of the Presidential Initiative and Minister of Finance, Wale Edo, in company of the Chairman Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, stated these while briefing State House correspondent after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu. The minister said after a seamless takeoff of the initiative, the president has expressed his desire to ensure the well-being of the nation's economy where local investments thrive. On the direct impact of the sales of crude to local refiners in Naira, the minister said the cascading effects will be felt in the increased allocations to the sub-national government as NNPCL's balance sheet will improve tremendously.
Refining of crude oil. We now have raw materials, not just for agriculture, but for industry, for chemicals, for paints, for building materials, for textiles. And of course, this is Mr. President's strategy and his policy of making conditions ripe for the private sector to invest, create jobs.
On the consistent scarcity of petroleum products, despite the readiness of a local refinery to satisfy local consumption, Aliko Dangote said the challenge is with retailers who have not been forthcoming but still choose to be importing.
So obviously we are now at about 420,000 barrels per day. We still have 1/3 to go. Once we get there, we have enough Naira crude, we'll be able to fully satisfy the market. But when NNPC refineries work going forward, then Nigeria will be actually one of the biggest exporter of petroleum products in history.
Recall that the federal government commenced the sale of crude oil and other refined petroleum products in Naira on the 1st of October. The strategic initiative helps to increase the capacity of local refining that will in turn reduce dependence on imported fuel, saving billions of dollars that can be invested into other areas of the economy. Meanwhile, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has again increased the price of premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, across its retail outlets. This follows an earlier increase on October 3rd from 855 naira per litre set in September to 998 naira per litre. However, at the NNPC retail outlets, the price of PMS has been increased to 1,025 naira per litre, while others owned by independent marketers sold a litre of petrol as high as 1,100 naira. Though there has not been any official statement from the NNPCL on the latest increase in petrol prices, the NNPCL hinted at a fresh price increase when it began loading its first batch of petrol from the Dangote refinery in mid-September. In other news, members of the Nigerian Bar Association Ikeja branch have expressed dissatisfaction over the recent fuel price hike, inflation, and rising cost of living in the country. Briefing newsman in Lagos, chairman of the branch, Oluwaseyi Olawumi, who presented the association's demand to federal government, noted that the economic challenges have caused social unrest and pose implications for mental health.
These interconnected issues have not only created a web of economic challenges that pose significant hurdles to financial stability and well-being of our nation, but it has also contributed to society unrest and pose implications for mental health and overall well-being of Nigerian citizens. We stand in solidarity with the citizens of the country and echo the concerns and pains experienced by individuals and businesses and corporate bodies alike.
While preferring solutions to the current situation, the legal practitioners urge the federal government to implement policies that will reduce pressure on citizens.
We urge the government to delineate the complicated impacts of fuel price hikes and inflation on individuals businesses, and socio-economic structures. In addition, we recommend that the efficacy of existing policies in addressing these adversities be scrutinized and strategies that nurture economic resilience and prosperity be preferred. Subsidies or targeted relief programs in order to alleviate the burden, particularly on vulnerable groups. Relief programs and subsidies on essential commodities should be offered by governments.
The Bar Association noted that despite challenges faced in the country, access to justice should not be compromised. In sports, the Paralympic Committee of Nigeria has announced plans to build a state-of-the-art performance center to enhance para sports in the country. President of the committee, Sunday Odebode, made the announcement at the first award gala held in Lagos to celebrate Nigeria Paralympians and seek support for special athletes. We have details in this report.
The maiden award gala of the Paralympics Committee provided an avenue for the nation to celebrate athletes who made the country proud at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games held in France. The maiden award saw all medalists from Paris 2024 Games, including Eniola Bolaji, who made history as the first African athlete to win a Paralympics medal in badminton. Honored on the night, while deserving Nigerians received a word of recognition for their support to the PCN. Team Nigeria claimed 7 medals, 2 golds, 3 silver and 2 bronzes at the Paris Games. The achievement brought the country's medal haul from the Paralympic Games to 87 since Nigeria's first outing in 1992 Barcelona Games in Spain.
Both in Olympic and Paralympic, the first person to have a good medal, to have a medal in the event. So I feel very honored because I can also fly badminton flag here. So I feel so good.
We're looking more forward for more of it from the government. They should celebrate us so that we'll be happy. You know, once you are celebrated, you'll be happy to bring more medals to the country.
We need development partners, private organization, individual, philanthropy, so that they can come in and key in. Why? Because there is a lot of commitment to this administration under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's the extent why you see he even created National Sport Commission recently.
The gala night witnessed the award of patronage to the governor of Lagos, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, Reverend Mother Esther Ajayi, and other notable Nigerians who have identified with the cause of the Paralympic movement in the country. Governor Sanwo-Olu, represented by the Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Abubakar Ogunlende, commended the dedication and steadfastness of the athletes for always making the nation proud, calling for more support for the PCN. The PCN had organized the gala night to raise funds for the 2.7 billion naira Paralympic Village with multi-purpose hall and state-of-the-art facilities to support athletes' training and development. The High Performance Center, according to the President, Sunday Odebode, will serve as a lasting legacy while seeking financial support of well-meaning individuals, corporate organizations and government towards its realization.
We are also preparing for the qualification for Commonwealth, which is by the corner. We have started. We want to support them. We want our private sector to continue to support them.
Odebode stated that the future of parasport is bright, while assuring that the PCN will continue to strive for success and ensure athletes attain their full potential by mitigating their challenges.
For more news, connect with Lagos Television on their social media platforms. Many thanks for staying with us. Please remember to call the Lagos State toll-free lines 767-0112 in case of emergencies. I am Aminat Elegushi. See you again at 2 p.m.